your Olympic moment, when we all saw you fall to your knees, can you remember
Embarrassingly.
any of it?
It was desperate, I have to say. Crying like a baby, looking like an idiot was not in the game plan at all. I had hoped to sort of look quite suave, finger raised, but that wasn't to be. I missed a pair. I missed a pair because I was thinking exactly that. So the next 3 pairs were a bit of a blur. I don't really remember what happened. I think because my brain ejected. It's a bit like, well, the only analogy I've ever been able to come to was like making a sandcastle. We've all made a sandcastle, holding it in both hands, and it's simply melting through your fingers. And that's your dream, your 7-year, 10-year, 20-year dream melting away. So my brain ejected. The next 3 pairs were a complete blur, but I do remember the last pair. I remember the pressure on the last pair. I remember thinking I have to hit one. And I remember also thinking, shall I just shoot both shots at the first clay? Shall I ignore the last 7 years of training and shoot both shots into the first clay? And thankfully, that thought went in and then out of my head. I went back to basics, as you know, your true basic training that you do day in, day out, and yeah, thankfully hit the pair. And then, of course, fell to my knees and cried like a baby, but the rest is history.
Now, do you think there's the legacy after the Games? Have you suddenly noticed a lot more interest in people wanting to take up, the shooting sports, especially in younger generations?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a catch-22 for us because we don't have any sort of physical legacy. Woolwich was a temporary build, so it was built and taken away, and it's been shipped up to Scotland for the Commonwealth Games. So hopefully we will see some use out of it, but not obviously on the site in London. However, with the Olympic medal and the presence of having shooting on TV, which was absolutely mega and really unheard of, yeah, we've seen an increase. And even on Twitter, and as I said, I've been to the Game Fair, and having people come up to me and saying, I would never have thought about shooting as a sport and as a sport for me, and here I am having my first lesson, and it was because of you. And I'm not saying that happens every day, but when people decide to share that experience with you, it's amazing, and I can't believe that they might have taken up a sport like shooting because of my achievements. So it's really quite humbling.
You were telling me how you've taken on a 15-year-old up-and-coming shooter.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
It's been really fun. I mean, a lot more. I think I've bitten off a lot more than I can chew. It's been tough, but he's really progressing well and really, really keen on the sport. He's into double trap. That's the discipline I shoot. There are many, many different disciplines, but double trap is one of the 3 that will take you to the Olympics. So yeah, we're sort of taking it one step at a time. The goal is to qualify for the GB junior team, and then of course the senior team. And it'd be amazing to have him by my side in Rio, or possibly even the Olympics after.